In the ancient days before the Great Flood, strange beings roamed the earth. These beings were neither fully human nor fully divine. They were known as the Nephilim, mysterious figures shrouded in both awe and terror. But who were they really? Giants, fallen angels, or something even more perplexing? The story of the Nephilim begins in Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4, a passage that has puzzled scholars for centuries. It describes a time when the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. They took them as wives, and their offspring became the mighty men of old, the Nephilim. Many believe that sons of God refers to fallen angels. These celestial beings, once part of heaven's host, rebelled against God. Their rebellion didn't stop in the spiritual realm. They crossed a forbidden boundary by mingling with humanity, creating a hybrid race that was never meant to exist. But this interpretation isn't without controversy. Other scholars argue that the sons of God were not angels at all, but rather the descendants of Seth, Adam's righteous son. They believe the Nephilim were simply wicked humans who defied God's commands, leading humanity further into corruption. Yet, there's a third possibility, one that points to something more enigmatic. Ancient texts outside of the Bible, like the Book of Enoch, offer an expanded story. They describe the Watchers, a group of angels tasked with observing humanity. Over time, these Watchers became enamored with human women, abandoning their heavenly posts to fulfill forbidden desires. The result? The birth of the Nephilim, a race of giants with extraordinary strength and knowledge. The term Nephilim itself adds to the mystery. In Hebrew, it is often translated as fallen ones, or those who cause others to fall. This suggests they weren't merely giants in stature, but also spiritual threats, leading humanity into deeper sin and rebellion against God. In the days of Noah, the earth was filled with violence and corruption. The Nephilim, towering above ordinary men, were likely at the center of this chaos. Their presence became so dangerous that God decided to cleanse the world through the flood. But even after the floodwaters receded, the Nephilim didn't disappear entirely. In Numbers 13:33, the Israelite spies reported seeing the descendants of the Nephilim in Canaan. They described them as giants who made them feel like grasshoppers in comparison. This lingering presence raises more questions than answers. How did the Nephilim survive the flood? Were they truly human, or something far more enduring? Some theorize that demonic influence may have continued after the flood, corrupting new bloodlines. Others believe that the accounts of Nephilim sightings were exaggerated, fueled by fear and folklore. What's clear is that the Nephilim left a lasting impact on human history. Their legacy echoes through myths and legends across various cultures. Stories of giant warriors and demigods can be found from the ancient Sumerians to the Greeks. Could these stories be distant memories of the Nephilim, passed down through generations? Today, the debate continues. Were the Nephilim literal giants, fallen angels, or simply symbols of humanity's descent into sin? The truth may never be fully known this side of eternity. One thing remains certain. The story of the Nephilim is a powerful reminder of the dangers of rebellion against God. It shows us that there are boundaries we are not meant to cross, and that the consequences of defying God's order can be catastrophic. As we ponder these ancient mysteries, we're reminded of God's sovereignty. Even in the face of human and spiritual rebellion, God's plan of redemption stands firm. He brought judgment through the flood, but he also brought salvation through Noah's family, pointing to the ultimate salvation that would come through Christ. The story of the Nephilim leaves us with a lingering question. What boundaries are we tempted to cross today? And what can we learn from the warnings of the past?